Welcome back. Whether or not you're a dog lover, you're guaranteed to be moved by our next guest and her mission. Here's Amy Roman. Amy, welcome to the show. It's so good to have you here.
Thank you, David. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure, and I know just from talking to you briefly how passionate you are about what you do. So this is your platform to talk to us about it. So let's dive right in. Tell us about your organization.
It is 100 Plus Abandoned Dogs of Everglades, Florida. We are a 501c3 organization. My mission is we go out to the Everglades, the rural parts of Miami, and we rescue abandoned and suffering dogs. There are thousands that are out there that are suffering, that are starving, they're dumped out there. They find areas of nurseries, plantations to call their home, and they just wait and hope and pray that somebody will come out and feed them. They go after livestock. They get shot for going after livestock. They are buried alive for a way of euthanasia. That's their mentality. It is a third world country to the max.
It's kind of sickening to think that people would just do that to animals, just dump them. And you were telling me some other things that people do. We can talk about that if you'd like. But just the way that people are treating these animals. How did you first find out that this was going on?
I was asked to come out and help feed some hungry dogs, September 21st. It'll be 2 years this September. And since then, I've taken in over 900 dogs, over 40 cats, spent over $200,000 in donation money only, because that's how we continue our efforts, is all donations, and we beg and beg for money. To us, it's paper that saves lives for these dogs. We are always behind. We never have enough money. We never have enough space. We don't have a place to put these dogs. We pay. Right now we have 3 animal hospitals that we're using. Once we go out with about 200 volunteers, always have media behind us to bring awareness to this dire situation. We bring in approximately between 20 to 30 dogs, bring them in. When I say bring them in, we run out, we catch them. Some of them come right up to us and they want belly rubs. They want to jump in our cars. These were originally, at one time, these were somebody's pets, and people are dumping them. People ask me every day, why? Who could do such a thing? I'm done trying to figure it out.
Right.
My focus is to save them and bring awareness and to expose Miami as to what is going on, because we are getting absolutely zero help from officials, zero help from anybody in Miami, and we have reached out countless times for help. So right now there are thousands of dogs that are roaming the Everglades. They are starving, and they're reproducing, which is the problem. We find mommies dead, covered in snake bites from the pythons. We find the litters of puppies laying next to their dead bodies. And right now, my boarding bill alone at the animal hospital is about $5,000-$6,000. The vet bills are probably $50,000 approximately per rescue. These dogs are sick. They're injured. They require surgeries. They have heartworm positive. I mean, you can't even imagine until you see it with your own eyes.
We're going to, at the end of the interview, we're going to give people a phone number, a website, how they can contact you. How often are you and your crew going out? You go out every week, you go out every day.
We could go out every day and pick up that many dogs, but we don't have the space and we don't have the money. So rescue is rescue. The true rescue is responsible rescue. Anybody can pull in mass amounts of animals, then what?
Right.
You need the money to follow through, and you need to follow through on the animal. And these animals, some of them, they need work to get them adopted into the proper home. It's not just pulling them in. It's getting them vetted. It's spending time with them after they're there, socializing them, walking them with volunteers at the animal hospital, loving them, doing meet and greets with people that are interested in adopting. We have them listed on Pet Finder. We have them on our Facebook page. We're doing an adoption event coming up July 21st at Plantation 1, trying to get these dogs into homes. We have a fundraiser coming up August 18th at Jay's Bar in Fort Lauderdale. So, August 17th. And we're desperately trying to raise money. We're desperately trying to find them homes. And once we do, then we're back out there and we're pulling in another mass amount of dogs.
And I know that you already said people ask you every day how people could do this to their pets, and you've kind of given up on trying to figure it out. But do you think there should be different restrictions put in place in terms of being able to adopt an animal? Should it be harder in the first place to be able to get a pet? Have you thought about maybe what changes as a society we can implement for that?
Me personally, I can't even focus on what they're doing at shelters, because they're all facing death. I mean, they have a big problem in the shelters. Okay, it's horrible. They do have shelter. They are fed. They are all facing death unless they're lucky enough to get adopted. What they do with screening, home checks, they don't do that there. So they don't really know where the dog's going. Maybe some shelters have a stricter procedure than others. Myself, I can only speak for myself, and I do home checks, and I do background checks, and I do vet reference checks. And in these dogs, I turn down a lot of people if it's not the proper home. The problem is, in this area, it is rural. We're talking third world mentality. We're talking where they are slaughtering horses and selling horse meat for $30 a pound for human consumption. This is their way of culture. And they're bringing their way of culture here to our world, Miami. I'm sitting watching TV and I'm seeing that they just built I don't know what it was, $11 million parking facility on Lincoln Road for them to go. What about all these dogs? Where are all these people that have all this money? Why don't they care about these thousands of dogs that are suffering? This is happening in our own backyard. We are living in a third world.
And I think people don't associate dogs with this kind of abuse. You know what I mean? Because people love their dogs. Mm-hmm. You talk to someone about their dog, they don't stop talking about their dog for 10 minutes. They show you 100 pictures. Mm-hmm. So the idea that in mass, many people are treating their dogs this way, I think there's kind of a shock factor to it.
Oh, when I bring it to their attention and they come out on a rescue, their mouths are to the floor. The news crews, their mouths are to the floor. They're dead silent. They can't believe what they're seeing. And that's why we reach out to the media. And media is a tool to bring awareness, and I'm using it.
So how many animals have you saved so far?
Over 900 dogs.
Yeah.
And it'll be 2 years, September 21st.
Give me the story of any one dog that comes to your mind.
Let's see. Ariel, a white American, beautiful dog, was used as bait, covered in wounds. Brought her in. We've had her almost 12 months now. Over $25,000 spent on her. The reason being, due to her neglect and abuse. Then she also has allergies, skin, this, that, and the other thing. Bottom line, this dog is now going to a trainer, and we're going to be working with her on a 5-acre property. She has her own Facebook page. It's called Ariel's Mission. So we're focusing on trying to find her a home. So that's one dog. That's just one dog.
You know, and I think, and as we wrap this up here, I think there's like sort of multiple parts to what you're doing, because first you got to get the dogs, then you got to fix them.
Yeah.
Right?
Because it's not a spay and neuter and a vaccine and here we go.
Right. There's a lot of work.
If you saw my dogs, they're so loving. It takes time, but they just, like, in 24 hours with some love, it's amazing to see how they come around.
All right, Amy, so as we go, give people the information how they can get hold of you and help out.
561-860-3783 is my personal phone.
Say it again.
561-860-3783. You can also see us on Facebook, 100 with a plus sign, Abandoned Dogs of Everglades, Florida. Also, we have a web page, which is 100plusabandoneddogs.com. We need help. We need fosters. We need adopters. We need money to keep us going.
You're doing a wonderful thing.
Thank
you.
Good
luck.
Thank you.
And come back and visit again, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy, and thanks to all of our guests, and that is all for today's show. Hope you really enjoyed it. And remember, if you have any ideas for what we should cover, all you have to do is tweet us at WSFL, and also follow us on Facebook at SFLCW, and you can also follow us at Inside South Florida. That'll do it for the show, but we'll see you same time and same place next weekend, and of course we'll catch you all week long, Monday through Friday on Eye Opener from 6 to 8 a.m. Have a great rest of the day.